day 4 of our road trip to the World Food Championships 2017. We're actually in Orange Beach today. We're starting our day off right with some breakfast from the Southern Grind Cafe, which is right behind us, or right in front of us. They have wonderful coffee here, wonderful breakfast, and they've also expanded to include the store next door, so they have a lot more room to relax and eat and enjoy coffee. So let's go inside. It's actually raining too, so. It's breakfast time. So let me show you what we got. So we got the breakfast burger, which is basically like a bacon and egg cheeseburger on a croissant. Comes with chips. And then I also got a salted caramel latte. And then we got a pear, pecan, cinnamon French toast. And then you get your choice of bacon, sausage, or ham. And the hubby went with sausage. And then he also got a mocha. So can't wait to eat. Breakfast sandwich. So you got your meaty, salty, smoky bacon, you've got your egg, you got your gooey cheese, and then you got the burger to just kind of get you up in the morning. So it's really good. And this was my favorite from last year. I had asked for a suggestion for coffee and salted caramel latte. So now I'm having it again because it's so good. So I'm going to take a bite of the hubby's French toast. It's decorated like a winter wonderland. Looks like snow. Just sweet enough. It's got that custardy feel to it. The outside's nice and crispy, so you get that little bit of texture, crunch roll texture, and then the soft inside. It's really good. Great breakfast option, especially for WFC. It's a food sport, so you got to carb it up before you start competing. So we're in the kitchen arena tent right now. It's actually raining a little bit, so everybody's kind of piled into the little spectator areas before the cooks meeting for the Bacon World Food Championships. So we've got teams from all over the place getting ready. They've got all their equipment, their food ingredients, whether it's cold food, dry goods, whatever. Not sure what the structured dish for this round is, but we'll find out from Rebecca when she starts, because that'll be the first heat in the round 1 of the bacon.
Okay, just head cooks. Please make your way to the center of kitchen arena. Just the head cooks.
Okay, so now they're doing the cooks meeting. They go over kind of like the rules for the competition, and then they also give their silver platter, and which also designates their number, which corresponds to one of these kitchens in here. Then their sous chefs can, once they get that, their sous chefs can go in, unpack their stuff, not open anything or prepare anything, but they can take out like their packaged items and put them around the kitchen where they're needed. So when cook time starts, everybody can just grab a knife and start chopping away or turning on the stove and whatever, sizzling bacon. So it's all about bacon this morning.
Good morning, OC Foodies. It's early. It's really early in Ocean Beach, Alabama, and it's freezing cold. But I'm the Bacon Babe. I am here at the Bacon Championships, the World Food Championships. I'm ambassador this year, so I don't have the opportunity to kick everybody's butt. Back again next year to do so. But here I am with Rebecca, at home with Rebecca. She will be taking first place because I'm not here to do it. We have a lot in common. We both love bacon. We both sing opera. We both won the Gilroy Garlic Festival back-to-back years.
Yes.
So, you know.
We have a whole lot in common.
We have a whole lot in common.
We do. So come
Stay
come
away
over
from
to
my man.
Don't worry, I already got my own man.
I'll stay
I
away
like
from
it.
yours.
So I'm so excited today to be here, to be competing in the Bacon World Food Championships. Hello to all the wonderful OC Food Diva people. I'm just happy to be able to share this with you and take home a really big win. My sous chef today is Renee Robinson. This is her first time sous chefing, and she is a winner and a keeper for this. This is a very exciting time. So stay tuned for some big news tonight.
Yes, you know what Robin's biggest job is going to be?
What's that?
Carrying that 6-foot check for you.
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to hold that check. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see you hold that check. And it can't be me. It darn well better be you.
Okay.
It's actually very easy to use, believe it or not. You're like, oh, I could have done that. So, a couple things while we have a few minutes before we officially start the Cooks meeting. We know that the clock is going to be ticking, and we will remind you of that clock ticking, just so you know. You're all champions. You're all made championships in order to be here, so give yourself a round of applause for that. Okay. So, in your workstations, there are 40, starting with number 1 at the far end. So that's 1 through 20 here, and then 20 through... Which means you have 4 people on your team. You can only have 3 of you in your workstation.
I gotta get mine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start cooking!
Has bacon, cheese, typically, and an egg and mustard.
It's an open pie crust. This is
Stop sticking. 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
If that doesn't make you put your game on, Cooks, I don't know what is.
I don't know if he's a lefty, he's a plus or not. That's some beautiful cream going in there. Mangoes, we got them going here. Is it going here? This is for the signature recipe. I'm telling
Getting
you.
intense in here, and the smell of bacon is filling the room. What an appropriate category for this time of quitting. She's just smiling at me as she's intently rolling out her dough.
40 minutes, chefs, until the turn-in window opens. 50 minutes until it
Turn
closes.
in your first structured build.
This is my Dutch baby crumble. So it has brown sugar, challenge butter, slivered almonds, regular sugar, flour, and then I'm using freeze-dried mangoes and peaches, and then holding in bacon
getting close to the workstation.
Here we go. Required ingredient, folks. It's the magic. We're making the magic. You know, this is the winning ingredient right here, according to.
I need it.
Beautiful. Every drop of that in there. So it gives you 17.
Tastings and your display dish. So you have 6 clear on that tray. If the number's not clear and it's smeared, they're not going to be able to know who you are. This is double blind, so remember. Only 11 have come in.
Okay, now everybody, let's look at this garnish. It's going to help keep falling apart.
Get it on the platter, get it turned in. DQ is not a pretty thing. We have about 8 to go. There's about 8 of you that have not turned in. Make that second. On a plate, put onto a platter, and then turn. A special thanks to our sponsors, Lipton Iced Tea, and tune in at our turn-in window. We're definitely going to see some.
Can you tell us what you're making, Rebecca?
All right, so I am making a Dutch Crunch Babies. They are an infused ingredient recipe that I'm also using for my first round signature dish. They're a traditional Dutch baby pancake. They have a mango compote inside, mango and peach compote. They have a beautiful Dutch crunch on the top that's infused with bacon and freeze-dried mangoes and peaches. And then I have a delicious syrup made with my sponsor, Saucy Mama Champagne Honey Mustard, and with Lipton Mango Iced Tea.
Less than 25 minutes, chefs. So for those of you down here in this viewing area, you have a front row seat to the 2.
I've seen some pretty amazing dishes out there today. Some unique designs, some presentations that are pretty amazing. And if they don't make you hungry, I don't know what will.
Dish in the bacon category. They can turn it into anything they want, any bacon dish.
Now, my understanding is not just cash this year. There's a lot of prizes that are going along as well.
This one is like
Our
the good every
sponsors have
single
stepped
one.
up to disqualify. Our job is to help the competitors. So the chef ladies are going around right now checking 3 minutes.
So
The start of turn-in or turn-in?
The start of turn-in.
Last few minutes. Execution right here at the end. Having everything come together just right.
It's amazing to see the smiles on the chef's faces as their trays are ready to come. Numbers 6 and 7 are coming.
So pretty.
Dutch baby with
Number
all that
16
wonderful
has set their train out.
We are approaching turbo time and we are only at 16.
Yes. What do we got on the clock?
So how is everything?
Thank you so much.
All right. Woo! 11.
Okay, so Bacon World Championships is done, and we're sitting here getting off our feet because we've been on our feet for how many hours? 3 hours, and we're going to talk about Rebecca's experience.
Hi guys, so we just had the Bacon World Food Championships. This is my second year at the World Food Championships cooking in bacon. My sous chef is Renee Robinson. She's my neighbor and my friend. And so we were very lucky to meet each other and kind of come together for this event. We had another sous chef, her name is Lynn Beamer. She's actually a competitor as well. This year she decided to sous chef for myself and another friend who's cooking a sandwich, Lucy Keys. So this experience is incredible. We woke up to rain this morning after having a day yesterday of killer heat. I mean, we're talking killer heat. It was awful. So we were so thrilled to cook bacon with a little rain and have it be cool. I made 2 dishes today. I made a quiche Lorraine, which was our structure build. We decided to go with a nice short bread crust with a little bit of sesame seeds, and then we used 3 cheeses. We used a goat cheese, a applewood smoked cheddar, and Gruyere, and then we also used applewood smoked bacon. So it was wonderful. We had little snipped chives on there, and then we dressed it with just a little bit of raspberry for more color on the plate. It turned out great. We didn't have any issues except for our oven cooked kind of slow. It was 350 and it wasn't cooking, so we just had to crank it a little bit and it all worked out. There's Stephen Coe right over there and Adam Feinberg. We'll have to talk to them in a minute. So the second dish, my signature dish, I made a what I call Dutch babies. My sponsor was Saucy Mama, and I actually use Saucy Mama in all of my recipes. We used the champagne honey mustard in the quiche, and then for the Dutch baby, we used the blackberry hoisin sauce, which has this wonderful kind of spice, really great blackberry flavor for the syrup. We also used mango Lipton iced tea because they're a big sponsor for the top 10 round. And this year I decided I'm just going to do 2 recipes, make my Dutch baby and make it the best Dutch baby ever. And that's going to be my Lipton iced tea with the syrup. We made a crunch that went on the top, beautiful almonds and flour and brown sugar, and we toasted that together, and then we put tons of bacon in that. So this is a crunchy, bacony, yummy thing. And you know, the Dutch babies are so great. They're like a popover and a grape mixed, and they just feel like magic when they come out of the pan. It's just incredible. We put some bacon dust in the crust, and so as it rose, you could see all the little flecks of bacon dust. We sprinkled that with our delicious mango Lipton iced tea syrup, and it was to die for. So it was a great experience. We didn't have any major issues, and we got it all done in time. It was wonderful. So do you have anything you want to say as your first experience as a sous chef?
It was a wonderful experience. I think that the competition is well organized, and we had a very adequate cook station. I felt that we had plenty of space, really, and just to work with a chef, and she just had terrific recipes, and it was a really great learning experience. And then just the hubbub of the entire tent with all of these chefs and their sous chefs, and the excitement and the joy that there is in cooking, and the expertise that it takes on top of, you know, as the basis for it, but then the excitement and the joy. So it's a super experience, and I'm thankful for Rebecca to give me that experience and to share it with Lynn and everyone else, and also to World Food Championships for hosting the event. And I have a new appreciation for Saucy Mama too. Never heard of her, but gonna use her.
Hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, we're back in the test kitchen again. So our trip is over, but I just wanted to take a minute to thank all of our sponsors that made this trip totally possible. So number one, Johnsonville. If it wasn't for the sausage dome, Johnsonville, you know, this is like wonderful. They started this whole journey for me. So I'm very thankful. And then we've got Melissa's Produce. I'm working with Melissa's Produce for a long time, and they provided all the produce that we used in all of our recipes. Newcomer, Liquid Diamond Cutlery. They provided these sea glass knives for us to use during the competition, which was awesome. They were super sharp. Springer Mountain Farms, they provided the chicken in all of the recipe rounds. We had to use it in the structured, the signature dish, and then also the top 10 round, where we also had to use Jelly Queen jelly. We didn't use this particular one. We used actually the Sassy Fig and Apple Jam for our recipe, but they were awesome. Okay, we had Red Gold Tomatoes. They provided all of the canned tomatoes that we could use, any competitor across the board, from diced tomatoes to stewed tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, whole tomatoes, whatever. They provided all those tomatoes for us to use. Got Challenge Butter, another sponsor that has been with World Food Championships for a long time. They provided the butter and also cream cheese for people who were doing like recipe and dessert. And then we've got President Cheese. They were actually in the tasting village, and I actually needed brie for my top 10 recipe, so they sponsored like a quarter of a wheel for my recipe, which was so awesome. And then Papa's Pilar Rum. We used their dark rum in the top 10 round for our fig and apple compote that went on top of our slider. And then also, kind of, not food related, but they are food related, but they actually made us, or had us have meals during our trip. So big thank you to Cracker Barrel. We got to stop at a few locations in different states as we went across country, and it was really yummy. You'll definitely see photos of that. Once again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all the sponsors. Without your help and your products and all that stuff, we wouldn't be able to do this trip at all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Big mahalo.